Here's the thing. I always see with older people and they wear makeup like a mask, and it's like matte. I don't understand why old people always wear like matte makeup, and it emphasizes their wrinkles. It makes them look like a dead zombie person. I just feel that way. That's why I wear products or even makeup that's hydrating, because I don't want to look like I'm dead. So hi everyone, so this is another video. If you find that I'm wearing the same clothing as to my previous video, just because I'm filming everything in one day this time. Now, I wanted to discuss something about, like, I know it has been done like so many times in the YouTube world, okay? But here's the problem. Every time I search something about fragrance-free skincare and beauty products, I just can't find the right one. It just doesn't show up. And it's a problem because some of the people actually would go to YouTube and search for a certain product or review, right? And look for some comprehensive list of this fragrance-free skincare and makeup products. But there isn't really a lot, to be honest. I'm just trying to find something that's fragrance free, but also works. Because not all fragrance free products they're necessarily effective. They're not. Okay, but over the years, okay, I have been trying to establish a routine out of these products that I know will work for me. There are like so many trial and errors, but at least now I know that they will work for me. And they're not just like fragrance free, they're also effective fragrance free products, at least for me. I have here, like, it's not all, but at least most of the products that I use every day. Kind of like try to discuss this to you, or like try to present these products to you in a way that, when I start taking a shower, and then what's my routine after that, like the step by step. So just disclosure, I love perfumes, okay, but I want those perfumes only on my shirt or my skin, but not necessarily liking them in a way that I want it like near my face. I just don't want like fragrance products near my face or on my face. Okay, like I can spray it in my shirt, I can my skin, and I'm fine with those. But on skincare, makeup, like no, not anymore. That's why I got away from those Chanel products. Because they're just too fragrant for me, honestly. I just can't handle them anymore. But anyway, while taking a shower, okay, I use like two different types of facial wash. So I use Kiehl's. This is actually my favorite. This was actually sent to me for free. It was gifted, part of a review thing from influencer, and I haven't been using Kiehl's for years because I just don't like their products. Honestly, it just doesn't work for me. Okay, it's not like I hated them, it's just that it just doesn't work. But this one, the Ultra Facial Barrier Hydrating Cleanser cream to foam formula, really like changed my perspective when it comes to Kiehl's, because I think they really hit the gold target here. Okay, it's a cream to foam formula. I usually don't like cream formulations because I don't like to use cream cleansers every day, but this one I can use it every day because it turns into foam, and most of the time I don't like my skin to have that moisturizing, hydrating type of feeling. So this is the one that I have been looking for a while, and it doesn't actually give me that kind of feeling where it's just like there's some residue on my skin, and I hate that. Okay, nonetheless, I feel like I really needed it, but most of the time I just don't need it. Okay, like it really, like, I think that's what you call like restoring like your skin barrier. I think that like those kind of feeling in there, like I don't like those, honestly. I just want it like not too squeaky clean, but I know it's clean, but I know that there's nothing there, there's no residue left on my skin. And that's why I really like this Kiehl's Ultra Facial Barrier Hydrating Cleanser. Now there are times when I feel like I really do need like extra hydration, because we experience winter here, and we have like harsh winter here in our zone, and you really do need to have that hydrating cleanser from time to time. So with that, I usually use the Ossia. It's a cleansing milk, and it's fragrance free, and this one is really hydrating. Like you will really have that feeling that there's like residue on your skin after you wash your skin, you know, after you cleanse with this product. This was also gifted to me. Ossia actually didn't ask me to review it or anything. It was just part of the PR gifting, and you know, they were very kind to send it to me, and thank you for that, Ossia. But anyway, I don't use it every day. I use it only when I need it, but at least I know I have an option for a fragrance free when it comes to like highly hydrating or super hydrating cleansing facial cleansing products. And so this one is like another option. I use it from time to time, not every day. Now for my hair, like I don't like fragrant gels or creams on my hair, so I use Vanicream hair gel. It's really fragrance free. I own this for years now. I don't know, do gel products expires, like, you know, hair gel expires? Because I have this for years. This might have been with me for 3 years now, and I'm still using it. Never gave me any problem, but it doesn't have any fragrance in the ingredients, and so it also doesn't make my skin, like my scalp, feel itchy like other hair care products that I've used back in the days. I just love this. Now the toner that's actually that I prefer actually is the St. Ives BHA exfoliating toner. It says unfragranced, so I'm not sure if it's fragrance free, but it's actually a salicylic acid type of BHA toner, 2%. And I have my SkinCeuticals BHA toner, also salicylic acid type of toner, 2%, and I love it. I still have it, but the thing is, it's so expensive that I have to find something that I can, you know, that I can use every day without thinking like, oh my god, like I'm spending a lot of money out of this toner. But this one is cheap actually. You can just buy it on Amazon. I believe this product is from Thailand or something, but it's fragrance free. It is very similar to the SkinCeuticals toner that I got, which is also fragrance free, and it's basically like preventing my skin from, you know, getting those zits, small bumps and stuff like that. It's basically like an exfoliating toner. This is how it is, and I've been using this for, I don't know, months now, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm sticking with this. Hopefully St. Ives won't discontinue it. I don't think it's available in America or here in the US, but for some reason they have it on Amazon, so why not? And it works, and I like it. Then after the toner, I would usually use a serum. This is my favorite serum actually. This is from Cosrx. It's the 6 peptide skin booster, hyaluronic acid, NAG plus amino acids. I don't care for all of those details, honestly. I just want something that will work on my skin. you know, like serum that is not too heavy, because I don't want like tons of residue on my skin after I cleanse my skin. I just don't want that. But this is basically like watery, that it basically absorbs on your skin right away. And I think the idea is to prep your skin for the next skincare that you'll use, to basically facilitate an easy absorption of the next skincare. But honestly, sometimes I just use this alone, and then sunscreen, and I'm good to go. But my everyday routine is usually this, okay? Because it's very watery and it absorbs easily, and it's just very light. You know, it doesn't have any like awful residue being left on your skin, and I don't like those. This one is great. And then after that, I make a follow-up with Avene. Also was sent to me for free. And I can't believe that I will ever go back to using retinol, but this is actually the Retronol. I'm not sure if it's a derivative of retinol. I'm not quite sure about that, but it's a different kind. Okay, this was sent to me by Avene, and they said like this is good for those people that has sensitive skin, you know, or like people that are prone to irritation when using retinol products. This one is like 0.05% retinol multi-corrective cream, and I have actually been loving this, and it doesn't give me any irritation, no peeling or anything. And I made some experiment actually with the rock retinol, and I feel like the rock retinol is really irritating my eyes, even though that one is also fragrance free. It's just that if I use it at night or the following day when I wake up, I feel like my tear ducts are like itchy. But this one, it doesn't irritate my eyes at all. It's very mild for some reason, but it's also giving me that tightening effect on my skin. You know, I'm in my 40s and I have my fine lines and wrinkles starting to get pronounced, like, you know, every year now. And so this one is really good. It's really good. It doesn't have any fragrance as well. I don't know, I just love this. And I hate to say that I may have to repurchase this. And I think this might be expensive. So yeah. So if you're looking for a retinol, and if you know it's gotta be fragrance free, and you know you need to have something that's non-irritating, I mean, you might want to try this. It's the Avene Retinol 0.05. They also have the 0.1 or something like that. I think it's like a stronger version next to this one, and I'm not sure how that one works, but I'm gonna stick to this because this one works for me. Now, the last part usually after that is like my sunscreen, and I am not into chemical sunscreen. I learned the hard way back when I was still using chemical sunscreen. Like my eyes turns red all the time. You know, it irritates my eyes all the time, especially if it gets near my eyes. So I decided to go back to physical sunscreen, but the deal with physical sunscreen is that it's really hard to find something that will not give you that white cast. And so when I found out about SkinCeuticals, you know, it's more liquidy, honestly, but it's better. It's tinted, but it doesn't have any coverage. It's also fragrance free, but yeah, it doesn't have any coverage. It doesn't it basically doesn't like change the appearance of your skin, you know, because there's like tint into it. It's not really, but it's making it like better. That's how it is. But I think the reason why it's tinted is that those granules, those tiny molecular granules of physical sunscreen in there has to be tinted in order for it to be an effective SPF without the white cast. I just really love this. And yeah, it's broad spectrum SPF 50 as well. So it has high SPF content in there, and I like that. And it's 100% mineral filters. So I have been using it for months now. Okay, this is actually my 4th bottle. I have been using the the smaller versions or the smaller bottle of this because it's more precise when you're using it, when you're dispensing it. But I decided to go with a bigger one because I feel like I am saving more if I use the bigger one. And I just love this. So yeah, so those are, oh, like more skincare. Okay. So now if I feel like I wanted a thicker serum, I use the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. You know, I usually do this at night as well. It doesn't have any fragrance. I'm not really quite sure if it's giving any improvement to my skin, but I know my skin feels hydrated with this serum. And then if I feel like I wanted like more heavy, then I use the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Overnight Treatment. This one is like the cream version of the serum. If you ask me which one you should get, I think you should just get the Advanced Night Repair Overnight Treatment. I feel like they're doing the same thing, honestly, and you don't have to use a lot, and it's not messy if you're using the cream. But if you wanted like a different texture because you are kind of like sensitive to that, I mean, go ahead and feel free to buy both. But I feel like the Advanced Night Repair Overnight Treatment is the way to go, really. And you know, they're all glass. I like that, you know. So from time to time, I would use a cream mask. I am not really into masks. You know, I don't like using them. I feel like they're just a waste of time. But this Augustinus Bader or Bader is something else. You know, they're expensive. I don't think I'm gonna be able to afford this. This was sent to me actually for a review, and I own this for a year now, I guess. But yeah, I know this is expensive. I don't think I'm gonna repurchase this, but this is really good. I use this as an under eye cream. Now, I don't believe in masks. I don't believe in under eye creams, but for some reason, whenever I use this, it really makes my under eye look better. You know, after I wash it, I leave it there for like at least like 10-20 minutes, and then, you know, it just preps me or preps my skin to look better with, you know, with the next step, like with your makeup and everything. And I don't know, this is just really good. I just love this, and I think it's worth it. It's also fragrance free. I mean, I don't think they claim that they're fragrance free, but I noticed that there's no fragrance in the in the scent or whatever, or smell, really. So yeah, you might want to try this as an eye cream, and I think it's better to use this as an eye cream because like this is so expensive that you want it to last longer. So an eye cream, instead of using it as a mask, like an overall mask for your face, is the way to go. So what's next? Now, when it comes to makeup, I finally able to establish a regular makeup routine that works for me, and these are all fragrance free as well. Okay, so first I wanted to discuss here is the let's see, like my eyebrow. Well, most of the eyebrow products really, they don't have fragrance anyway, right? But just in case, okay, I'm using a Chantecaille Full Brow Perfecting Gel Plus Tint in the shade Dark. And I just love this because it doesn't give that kind of like sticky feel on your brow when you use this type of gel, like other brow gels in the market. It doesn't make your brow like so stiff or something like that, like it's like stringy. It's just very natural, and I love this Chantecaille brow gel just because of that. And yeah, I mean, it's fragrance free. Well, as I mentioned, I don't think most brow gels have fragrance anyway, but just in case, at least you have an option, right? So the other one is actually from Chanel. I know this is crazy because I know Chanel is like most of their products have fragrance, but their Boy de Chanel eyebrow pencil is another thing that I love because it's not oily, you know, like other brow products in the market. And I like that it has like the brush and it has the um, dispensing uh, product there. Okay, and this is in the shade deep brown. And I like that it's protected as well with the caps and everything. I just love this, and once again, it doesn't make your brow feel like there's like products in there. Very natural. I'm into natural makeup look anyway. And then the next one is from, let's see here. This is from, who's this from? Victoria Beckham. Yeah, this is from Victoria Beckham. This is their Posh or Cheeky Posh. It's basically a blush or a multi-use blush, and this is in the shade Knickers. I love this because unlike other cream sticks blush products, it's not streaky. You know, it basically melts, but yet again, maybe depending on the season, but I actually use this during winter time, and I have been loving this. It gave me color actually during winter time when everything feels like lifeless, and it doesn't have any scent at all. It's also fragrance free. I just love this. I don't know, it just melts so evenly and it's so natural. Once again, it's the Cheeky Posh Knickers. Okay, that's another fragrance free option for a blush stick. Sometimes I would use my Chantecaille powder blush on top of it because it also gives like this natural shade or blush on my skin. Or sometimes it's kind of like emphasizing the blush or the Victoria Beckham blush in a way when I use the Chantecaille on top of this one. Now, the next one that I have here is the let's see here. Well, the foundations. So what I have here are like two Chantecaille foundations. I have the cushion and I have the one in the pot. Now I alternate the two. My favorite is the Chantecaille cushion because it's so natural. Like it really is so natural. Well, in fact, I'm using the shade Nude. This is the Future Skin Cushion skincare foundation. So there's skincare ingredients in there in the shade Nude. So yes, it's natural because of that, but it really makes my skin look so youthful, and that's what I like about the Chantecaille foundations, including the one in the pot. Now I use the pot almost every day, you know, but I use a little bit of it, honestly. Like I don't use a lot, and then I use the shade Nude as well. The pot has this cooling effect, you know, it's gel. So it says here the Future Skin Oil-Free Gel Foundation. Now, how many? I think it's like more than a month now that I have been using this, but I just know that these are the products that works for me when it comes to foundations. I have like other foundations that I'm gonna discuss later on. I have it here, but these are like my everyday products when it comes to foundation. And there, now here's the story. I've been searching in Reddit, actually, like maybe Redditors, like trying to find some dupe of this, but surprising. This is very surprising because most of those Redditors were like saying, you know what? Instead of trying to find the dupes, you're just gonna waste more money finding it and testing possible dupes of this foundation, but there's nothing. Might as well just get and stick with what you have, and because you know that works, but at the same time it will last you forever. Now, I mean, the cushion foundation, that's kind of like questionable because they don't last that long. Okay, so you'll end up, if you're using it every day, you'll end up like probably buying the refill more frequently. But the pot oh, it will last you forever because you don't need a lot with this one. Especially if you are into the natural makeup, then yes, this will last you forever. So I would suggest getting the pot if you know you're conscious when it comes to your budget. Like this one, even though it's still cheaper than the cushion foundation, honestly, and you just need a little amount of this foundation for your skin if you are into those natural looking makeup look, I mean. So if I wanted a little bit extra, okay, like I know I gotta feature something here that if you are not into like natural look foundation but you want a little bit more coverage, then there's no doubt it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I have been using this for years as well, and I just changed the cap. Basically, I bought the cap. It's like a dispenser from Amazon, and yeah, I mean, I think this is one of those foundations that you can depend on, especially if you wanted a little bit of coverage. Okay, and it's fragrance free. The way I use it is that I actually use a sponge, a wet sponge or damp sponge, and it's just natural. It's like it's the most natural high coverage foundation that you can get in the market. Or if you want another that's not have that much coverage but still giving you a little bit, then there's another version. It's a Future Skin Tint Serum with botanical oil infusion, broad spectrum, SPF 20. Honestly, I don't care if it says SPF 20 included in there, because I don't think it does anything. You know, it has to be at least SPF 50, but you know, I doubt if they can do that. It will definitely change the formulation of the product, but yeah. But anyway, I think this will be good around summer. If you have dry skin, I think this is perfect. I have oily skin, but I don't mind really. I still use this from time to time when I wanted a little bit of coverage. Okay, I'm not saying that the Chantecaille one earlier doesn't have any coverage. It still has coverage depending on the shade that you want to get. But I always get the nude one, so it just basically improves my skin, the look of my skin, like to give that little like youthful glow in it, you know. Remember, I'm in my 40s now, so. But the thing is, here's the thing, I always see with older people and they wear makeup like a mask, you know, and it's like matte. I don't understand why old people always wear like matte makeup, and it emphasizes their wrinkles. It makes them look like a dead zombie person, you know, with a mattified face. And I don't know why they're into that. Like, isn't it that you're supposed to be like wearing something like more hydrating, you know, when you're getting older, you know? And I just feel that way. That's why I wear products or even makeup that's hydrating, because I don't want to look like I'm dead. You know, I'm so sorry, but that's just my observation, honestly. I see tons of old people who wears makeup that's like so overly mattified that it makes them like look like dead, as a zombie. I'm just saying. But anyway, that's just my opinion and that's just my observation, okay? And anyway, next to that is the, now this is surprising because most of the products from their brand has fragrance, but this is from Tom Ford, and this is the Soleil Glow highlighter in the new in the shade 02 Nude Sand. This is actually very good. There's no fragrance, there's no scent at all, and I'm surprised. You know, usually Tom Ford makeup products has this lavender-ish type of scent, but this one, there's really nothing, honestly. And this is actually comparable to my ever favorite Dior Nude Air, and this was like released like maybe almost 8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago. That was my favorite, and it doesn't have any fragrance, but it applies on your skin like so naturally, like you won't even know that you're wearing a highlighter And it's the same thing. Like, I still have my Dior Nude Air highlighter. I still have it, you know, because I just love the design of the packaging of that. And you can still use it, but it's just that old. I don't want to chance it, but it's pretty much similar to this. They're basically almost the same, like almost the same, but I feel like this is better, you know. It lays on your higher points so naturally. Like, nobody will know you're wearing a highlighter, but it really gives that youthful highlight on your skin. I just love this. And this is also magnetic, and it has a beautiful packaging as well. It comes with a sleeve as well. I just didn't include it here today, but yeah, I mean, if you want something from Tom Ford that is fragrance free, you might want to try this. And it's the highlighter, and you know, highlighter products, you know, they will last you forever, really, because you don't use them all over your face. So yeah. And then I think the last one is from Chantecaille. Oh no, I have another one later, so this is not the last one. But this one from Chantecaille is the what do you call this? It's the Perfect Blur Finishing Powder. Oh, it just sets your makeup so naturally. You know, it doesn't basically like change your makeup at all, but it just gives a little bit of that satin, not mattifying type of look on your skin. But it's so natural, like you can't overdo it with this. You can't go wrong with this powder. I just love this. It's also fragrance free, of course, from Chantecaille, but I own this for years now, and I'm still using it, and I haven't hit the pan yet, or the bottom of the pan. And I would repurchase this, you know, in a few years from now when I know it hits the pan, but I use it almost every day as well. So I love that. Now the last one that I have is like for my lips. Even though I use the Victoria Beckham, actually just to pat it, give it a little bit of a color on my lips, but I have to moisturize it. But I don't like moisturizing my lips with oil. You know, like those lip oil, or there's even like lip creams or lip balms. Yeah, lip balms. I kind of don't like them. Like, I have a lip balm here from, this is from Universal Bully. I mean, is this fragrance free? I think it's fragrance free. Yeah, I don't smell any scent. But sometimes it's just hard with the balm because they become like filmy on top of your lips. I understand, because your lips needs to be protected, and it creates that barrier, and that's the reason why you have to use lip balms. But I just don't like the feel of it, you know, most of the time. So, and with the lip cream, like lip oil, like no way. But this is actually from Dior. Okay, this one, Le Balm, is for your hands, lips, and body. It says here. Okay, but I use this usually just for my lips. I don't use it for my hands. I don't use it for my body. If I have to, then I can. It's just that I use it for my lips. It's better because it seems to absorb right away. You know, it lays a little bit, like maybe for less than a minute, and then it absorbs. Like, it's very hydrating, and it makes my lips like soft. And you know, right now I haven't used it really, but maybe I should try it right now. But it just makes my lips so hydrating without the feeling of like there's something laying on your lips the entire day. It's not like that. Basically, it's gone after hours, but you know, your lips has been hydrated. So that's how it is. So that's why I like this, and I carry this with me every day in my bag. Other than that, yeah, I think that's my recommendation for fragrance-free products. That was a lot, I know, but these are like my real fragrance-free products that I have been using for months now. You know, like, it took me years to basically create this collection of makeup and skincare routine without the fragrance. So I guess that's all. So I'll see you next time or in the next video. Bye.